Of course, with the federal budget now done for 2021, plenty of people with a lot to say, including people who are very focused on the debt and those that are focused on where the monies are going to go to try to keep the tent up, as it has been for the past year. We had a chance to talk to the Treasurer from Canberra a bit earlier tonight.
Well, this is very much a Liberal budget, consistent with coalition values. There are a number of measures here to boost home ownership. That's a Menzian Ideal, to allow and enable people to own their own home. We're helping single parents with a deposit as low as 2% to get into the home market. We're allowing people to build a deposit within their superannuation to buy a home. And we've got other policies like Home Builder, which have been an enormous success. In this budget, there's a number of measures to support retirees, enabling retirees to sell down their home and then to put the money into super earlier, as well as other programs that are designed to boost the retirement incomes of older Australians. This budget is designed in a way that is very consistent and upholds the coalition's values. And of course, the single priority for us in this budget has been to create jobs and to get people to the other side of the pandemic. And I remember just before we announced the JobKeeper program, I spoke to Australia's second longest serving Prime Minister and a doyen of the Liberal Party, John Howard, and he said to me that at times of national crises, there are no ideological constraints. And he understands, we understand, the Prime Minister understands that we need to do everything to prevent a generation of Australians being lost to long-term unemployment. And I'm very pleased to say right now, we're in that position where the labour market has bounced back very strongly and people are now back at work.
I was completely shocked at the start of your speech yesterday when you said the unemployment rate today is lower than when you took over from Kevin Rudd in 2013.
That's exactly right. And that's after a pandemic, Paul. Treasury feared that unemployment could reach as high as 15%. That would be more than 2 million Australians who are unemployed. So we were very much staring into the economic abyss. And we responded with JobKeeper, which supported 3.8 million Australians. And now unemployment is at 5.6%. And we want to drive it even lower.
Now, I am particularly impressed by any effort to get more people into apprenticeships, 170,000 new ones here, as well as a bit of extra funding for people to do short-term uni courses. It's all about getting people to qualifications to get jobs. That seems to be the logic here. That's my favourite bit of the budget. I've got to ask, as a bloke who put it all together, and it could be $1 million for a little community arts centre in your own electorate, or it could be something as substantial as the superannuation changes that mean people as young as 60 can put 300 grand's worth of money into their super after selling their home. What's the bit of the budget that you're happiest that you were able to get past the gatekeepers?
Well, I think the mental health initiatives are going to be very, very important for a lot of people, particularly those who have suffered through the pandemic. So we have a number of initiatives around suicide prevention and treatment, support for Australians over the age of 25 to get a multidisciplinary approach to supporting them through their mental health challenges, whether it's GPs, psychiatrists, psychologists or other support. The other thing I'm very proud of is that the Morrison government stood very firm on its decision to end JobKeeper after a year. You remember the Labor Party asking us to extend JobKeeper indefinitely. Now, that was costing more than $2 billion a month over the March quarter. We held firm, and today we've got figures that show over 120,000 people have come off income support since JobKeeper ended. So rather than the sky falling in or, standing on the edge of the cliff with people losing their jobs after the end of JobKeeper, the converse has been true, that the labour market has again been very resilient and people have found those jobs as we were hoping they would.
Good man, Josh. Thank goodness you guys are in charge, because the other people would have bought an airline on top of all of this. All the best, mate.
They would have. Thank you very much. Good to see you.